So this dopey neighbor's dog keeps following me around. It's good to be back in Washington State, walking in the woods, or at least what's left of it. I was planning to do a decent amount of blacksmithing a while back, but my plans for that have hit a snag because I've run into so many other issues taking care of my property and other personal business, and so I've kind of put that on the back burner. The airport in Taiwan was quite an experience. Barely anyone there. There was more employees working in the stores than there were travelers. Everyone on the plane had a whole row of seats. So that little cabin across yonder there is my home that I rent out. I didn't realize I have so much to do there. This piece of property here I also own, and I was planning to build on it, or at least build a shop. You can see I've kind of had a pad, a gravel pad laid back there where I was going to do that. But the home, I didn't imagine it needed so much work. New gravel drive, new roof, complicated dead tree removal, septic issues, general yard cleanup, you name it. I guess you could say that's my bittersweet smiley face. So I found a bunch of tools I have laid up here that I'm not going to use, that are redundant, and so I just like to sell them and maybe raise a few bucks, help me to put a couple more shingles on that roof. This is a medium carbon hammer, 1-inch square, and the hammer head is about 5 inches long, and I would guess weighs about 1.25 pounds. Probably be pretty good for working on fine edges. And by the way, since I'm in the States, the shipping would be via USPS priority mail. Next up are these unfinished guillotine tools that I brought with me from Taiwan. I was planning to finish them out, just don't have a lot of time. You can see here that they both have fullering dies, and then one of them has flat dies and the other has butcher dies. You would need to dress the top dies and heat treat them. They're 1050 medium carbon steel, and weld on a hardy shank. There you can see my own fullering tool, that's not for sale. And I have a 3/4 inch and 7/8 hardy shank, but if you have a different size hardy hole, you'll probably have to supply that yourself. So keep that in mind. And again, I'm going to sell these two unfinished fullering tools separately. Again, base your price on the fact that they both need a little bit of finishing. And so here's the one with fuller and butcher die sets. And here's the second with fuller and flat die sets. Next up are handheld punches or drifts, similar to what I use when I'm working on hammers. These are made from H13 steel. They're machined, and the stock is 1 1/8 inch by about 9.5 inches long. Again, you need to dress the striking end and heat treat. Heat treatment is as simple as bringing to critical temperature and then letting air cool. This one I'm holding here is what I call my spreading tool. Since these have yet to be heat treated, you can even alter the profiles a bit if you want via grinding. Next up is an old version of my guillotine or fullering tool. It's not yet complete. The dies need to be, again, dressed and heat treated, but other than that, ready to go. The hardy shank is 3/4 inch, so keep that in mind. For all of these items today, just name your price, and if I accept it, then it's yours. And we'll just assume that your price includes the shipping. And you can bid by either emailing me or by leaving a comment. And this is really not a pure auction style. Just about after a day and a half or so, whoever bid is highest will win. Next up is 6 small H13 punches, the kind that I permanently handle. Here you've got a bunch of different profiles. Depending on what you want, you might want to dress the business ends And of course you need to radius the striking ends and then heat treat. And again, for this H13 steel, I just heat to critical and then take out and let air cool. Being air hardening steel, it'll become plenty hard at that point. By the way, these are 3/4 inch diameter and about 3.5 inches long. And last are 4 larger handled style punches. And one is a cutter, you can see there, and then you've got some different profiles of slot punch and a large round punch that's about 1/2 inch on the business end. Although they have drilled holes for permanent handles, you can use them loose with a tong, no problem. And these are 1 inch diameter and about 4 inches long. Good luck to anyone who makes an offer on any item, and thanks a lot for helping out for the future home of GS Tongs.